You hear a rustling headed your way. You breathe in the cool, crisp air. The sound gets closer. Your adrenaline is flowing. This is the moment you've waited all year for. The moment you finally get your whitetail fix? Wait, what? It's time for that annual tradition where the guys take a break from chasing whitetails, invite their friends and family, and hunt whatever they so choose. This is the Whitetail Fix Remix. Whitetail Fix is presented by Wildlife Research Center. This year, the Whitetail Fix Remix has a special focus on turkeys. And when it comes to turkeys, some of the fellas on the Fix like to use their favorite turkey blasting tactic called bushwhacking. When it comes to bushwhacking, there's one guy on the Fix team who'd be considered the pioneer. If bushwhacking were a class, he'd be the professor. If bushwhacking were a sport, he's your reigning champion. And if bushwhacking were a town, he'd be the mayor. Who is this mystery man? None other than the OG of bushwhacking, Mike Marsteller. And this turkey season, Mike was a busy man. Mike Marsteller traveled from state to state shooting birds. He hunted them from a blind, on a strutter stock, and of course, he bushwhacked them. Up first on the 2017 Turkey Tour, Kansas. Mike has popped up as Cherokee decoy, and now he's waiting on the gobblers. Problem is, these birds are too concerned with each other to come in. Now, if the birds don't come to you, go to the birds, or more simply put, bushwhack them. Thanks to the Cherokee decoys and the 10-point crossbow, Mike just smoked the first longbeard of the trip.
Got it done our first morning here in Kansas. Don't get much prettier than that. And to boot with a strutter stock with a crossbow. God shined on us today. It doesn't get much better than that.
Now that may have been the first gobbler of the trip, but it definitely won't be the last. Next up, Mike moved to a blind to bag a bird. Mike added another to his total. From Kansas, Mike made his way to the Weldon farm in Missouri. Chuck has him in a spot where they're sure to add to their turkey total. But now there's another hunter ready to fill a tag. Mike's better half, Christine, is ready to smoke her first longbeard.
My first Missouri longbeard, and I killed him on a strutter stock. Doesn't get more exciting than that.
Christine is on the board first in Missouri. Next up, Mike decided to track down the one that got away, and you guessed it, bushwhacked him.
Whitetail Fix Remix double up here in Missouri. This bird came through first and the gun wouldn't go off. I had to actually break the gun down and get it put together just moments before this one came through that she was able to shoot. We were celebrating with that bird there. When this one started gobbling again, a couple hundred yards over, we were able to make a stalk into gun range on him and got him shot too. So we're just having a great time here.
The fun didn't stop there. The Marsteller bunch said farewell to the land of Weldon and headed for their home state of Indiana, where, spoiler alert, they shot more turkeys. Mike bagged that bird in a hurry. In fact, so quick that Christine didn't even get a chance to turn the camera on.
But that's why we got that Tacticam.
Yeah.
We got on the ground and I had this Fusion Taxidermy series by Cherokee Sports. It's really designed to display your trophy on the wall at your house, but I put an old fan on there and I fashioned a stake on it so we could use it as a decoy. Man, I showed that to him and he came running.
Tacticam saves the day once again.
God's truly blessed us this year and we're having a ball. I think we might even head to Michigan. Let's see what happens.
The Marsteller crew have been traveling from state to state hunting turkeys, and it's safe to say they've had some success along the way. Michigan is the only state left on the 2017 turkey tour. Mike arrived in the mitten, popped up a Cherokee decoy, and right on cue, here come the strutters.
We snuck up to this corner, showed them the Cherokee Sports strutter at about 80 yards. They were just over the hill, and the second they saw it, they come running up to about 10 steps.
There is no doubt that Mike had a blast this turkey season, but despite all that fun, it had seemed like all the traveling and hunting might tire these hunters out. But it turns out Mike Marsteller is actually leaving this turkey tour very well rested. The Marsteller gang did a great job of keeping things fun and relaxed this turkey season, which is something all the guys in the Whitetail Fix board group presented by Wildlife Research Center strive to do.
All right, here is my question to all of you guys. How do you keep hunting fun? Well, before you answer that, I want to answer it. I keep my expectations low, and I kind of get a little bit more creative as far as production. When we're filming, we're just having fun. Ernie always says, if it's God's will, it's God's will, so it's gonna happen, you know, and you gotta keep it fun, because when you work with that negative energy, it destroys hunting.
Well, for us, I mean, we're doing a hunting show, so the benefit to that is you got a cameraman in the tree. I'm always doing crazy stuff in the stand, and usually my camera guy's doing crazy stuff as well, so it's entertaining during the slow times. I mean, the downside to that is sometimes we get caught. A deer's coming in, you're not paying attention, having conversation, but pretty easy to have a good time when you got a camera guy in there.
I get so focused and caught up in stuff that I forget to have fun, and it becomes a job. That's when I have to just stop, reassess, and think about, why did I start doing this to begin with? I'm wanting to get my kids involved in that, so I'm trying to be sure that they don't see that I take this too seriously, because I don't want them to think it has to be something serious. It needs to be something that they need to enjoy and that they see me having fun doing.
These fellas have been known to pull a remix on any given hunt, with Jesse trading his bow for a camera and Mr. Day taking over the hunting responsibilities. On one of those Indiana remixes, John had this up-and-comer right in front of his hog stand.
I called that deer off and I'm gonna let him live, and next year that deer's gonna be a complete hammer.
Later in the year, John would encounter a buck that he was definitely willing to shoot.
Way too far. Way too far. I just ranged that deer at 43 yards. When he was coming in, I just range binded my arrow and it's at 48. I have no idea. I don't get it. Open shot. That's what you practice for. Ain't gonna kill deer if you miss him. Welcome to my world.
This is the Whitetail Fix Remix, which means the guys are ditching the whitetails, grabbing their friends and family, and hunting whatever suits their fancy. Remixes can be a good thing, a nice change of pace, but no matter how good they are, there is nothing like the original song performed by your favorite band.
Chuck, who's your favorite all-time band?
Done radio for 20 plus years. I don't know that I have a favorite. If I had to pick one, I'd go with Alabama.
Backstreet Boys.
REO Speedwagon in Chicago.
The Rolling Stones, I saw them when I was in college, and I thought certainly when I did, that would be the last time they would ever play together. And 27 years later, last summer, they played again, and I saw them for the second time inside the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Metallica.
I gotta keep it in Motown. Being from Detroit, Michigan, I'm gonna say the Jackson 5.
Yeah, baby. And who do you think Ernie said?
Had to be a boy band.
Which one?
I'm not sure. Is that the Backstreet Boys?
It's Backstreet Boys. See, you knew.
I don't know nothing about that.
You gonna hit the music lyrics with me? I want it that way. Backstreet Boys, baby.
No, I'm not gonna sing.
You're not gonna sing it with me?
I'm not gonna sing the Backstreet Boys. I very rarely sing anything, but I'm not gonna sing the Backstreet Boys.
Gotta go with Backstreet Boys. How can you not?
I'm so disappointed in you.
I want it that way. Tell me why.
From shooting 10 points at targets to shooting 10 points at turkeys, Jesse Fullwider and his partner in crime John Day are on a quest to fill a turkey tag. The fellas from the Hoosier State decided to get their turkey season started early in Missouri. The Missouri hunt went from bad to worse as John Day missed a strutter on a long shot, followed by Jesse failing to capitalize on a chance at a great longbeard. Jesse gave that turkey a close shave, but didn't do any damage to the bird. 2 good birds and 2 painful misses have the Indiana crew feeling down in the dumps. But these hunters have a surefire cure for what ails them. They're gonna leave Missouri and head home for some bushwhacking fun in their home state of Indiana. Jesse grabbed Cherokee Sports' Billy Bad Act, and in no time, Billy caught the eye of some fired-up toms. Before the break, we saw Jesse Fullwider sneak up on these birds with his Cherokee Sports Billy Bad Act decoy. Billy's gonna draw the birds in, and Jesse is gonna bushwhack them.
the old Cherokee challenge and they couldn't resist, baby. Whitetail Fix remix, baby.
The Cherokee decoy pulled those birds clear across the field, and Jesse put a perfect shot on that longbeard.
I do not get to kill one on opening day very often because I am so stubborn that I always sit in there and don't get creative. I want to call to the birds, have them roll in on a rope and pound them, and desperate times call for desperate measures, so that's why we come up with the old term bushwhacking. I just crawled up in behind old Billy Bad Act from Cherokee Sports. That thing is so realistic, it pulled them birds 80 yards across the field to 25 yards, and success.
One bird down, one more to go, as John is looking to put an end to a 3-year turkey drought. To accomplish that goal, Jesse's going to give John an introductory course in bushwhacking.
Let's do it. I like that high ground right there.
Yeah, go.
Here they come.
I love bushwhacking.
Oh, horse crossbow, bro.
Hey, I love you.
Yeah! Gotta look at the carnage path. You know what we call that right there, boys? Death row.
Old Billy Bad Act right here did his job. I'm breaking a 3-year curse today. And old Jesse Fullwider called it like he usually does. He said, man, I think those birds are working over in the other field. And I said, no. He was right. Put the shot down with the Horton RDX and it did its job. It was a wicked bow.
Everything went perfect for John Day. And to top things off, it looks like they have fallen in love.
Billy, I think we just become best friends, bud. That was my favorite turkey hunt. We'll be together forever. I love you. I love you.
Whitetail Fix is presented by Wildlife Research Center.